everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we're talking about financial freedom papers. That's right, we're the ones that want to get you those financial freedom papers. And we're not talking about giving us your papers, but again, it's money makers tonight, creating wealth. We'll talk about 5 ways. But please join us and welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And please share the videos. And please let others know they should be here during the live streams. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, please, I'm using a new microphone this evening. So please let me know if you can hear me loud and clear, because I did not realize that my microphone has been out for like 3 or 4 days and it was recording from a different device, which is not built for speakers and microphones. So let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. That would be greatly appreciated. And tonight, again, please share the videos. I mentioned it 2 or 3 times already. You never know who you're going to try and help. Now, tonight is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to talk about 5 ways to create wealth. And they all have to do with making money while you sleep. You guys already know we've been talking about this for 4+ years. There's nothing new under the sun. So, are you going to be prepared to take the challenge? And again, once you come here, please let me know if you received the YouTube notification and saw the trailer. That would be greatly appreciated. So here's what I'm going to do for number 1. Number 1, all right, get your pen, pads, and papers together. Number 1 is you have to figure out a way to make income while you're not working, while you are sleeping, while you are just walking around getting dinner made. You have to figure out somebody's buying something from you. That's setting yourself up for success in a different way. In other words, you have to start thinking as a boss. So again, you have to do this. Be the CEO of your life. And of course, you can get this gear at StopStrugglingNow.com. Let's see who's in the house tonight. It looks like Tyrone Douglas is here. Let me know that I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And thank you so much for being here in the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And again, Tyrone Douglas, thank you for letting me know the speaker is working. Little families in the house, thank you so much for being here in the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And says hello. Hello to you too, little family. Thank you so much for your support and being here once again on this Monday. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we started off very simple. I can't hear myself. I'm trying to do some things over here, but I don't hear. So I can't get it. Let me do some things. This is mic check night. The first time. Mic check. Oh, this is beautiful. It's picking up better than previous microphones. Yeah, I had to get the big boy mic this time. We're officially podcasting now. All right. So once again, I don't even have to yell. I don't have to scream. I can just talk normally like we're having a regular old conversation. I love this. This is beautiful. All right. So let's get into what I was just saying. First of all, in fact, I don't even have it set up tonight because I was running late. So I just showed up. So I'm sorry I'm started this a little bit late, but this all has to do with you have to make money. Now, hear me out. You all know 2 years ago in 2021, You paid for groceries, your bills that you have at the house, your insurance payments. You paid for all of that. 2 years later, you know they went up substantially. It didn't just go up an extra 5% or 3% or anything like that. In some cases, people's utility bills doubled, insurance bills doubled. Insurance goes up 20, 30, 50%, 100%. People who has had or lived in a rental property, their landlord said, "Oh no, you can't pay $1,300 a month anymore. It's going to cost you $1,700 now. And in the next year, if you don't re-sign your lease, it's going to cost you $1,900." This is the activity that's been going on. So do you really think you should prepare yourself to be out here just thinking, I don't need to make any more money? And your boss, he's not coming to save you either. They're not coming here saying, you know what, I understand it's hard out there. And I know rent went up, groceries went up 20%. They're not giving you a 20% raise. They're not giving you any raises like that. You're going to be lucky enough if they give you 3 to 5% raises. A bonus, who cares about a bonus? Again, this is like these little carrots dangling in your face. You want your financial freedom papers? Well, while you're out here working hard, then you're going to have to do one thing. And a lot of people don't like it because you're not trained for it. You're trained all your life to be an employee. Nothing wrong with becoming an employee, but with that means you have to be the best in order to get paid the best. You can't just be ordinary worker, because ordinary worker means $15 an hour, $20 an hour, $10 an hour. You therefore need to create your own business. And I know it's not comfortable, but it's not hard as long as you stay the course. So there's nothing wrong with, let's say, working a job and saying, hey, let me start my own little business. So tonight we're going to do a few other things. Georges Charles is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And Georges Charles is making money. And he says, money, folks. Saw you on. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And in fact, this man right here he has one of the 5 ways to create wealth. We'll get into it later. But thank you so much, Georges Charles, for being here. I appreciate it for this Monday night. Now, has anybody received the YouTube notification and saw the trailer? Let me know that as well. Now, what I'm getting at here is it's not that hard. So what I'm going to do is let me pull some up, because number one, you should think about starting your own business. That's the number one thing. Hold on. I have things moved around backwards all over the place. So here we go. This is what happened today. The stock market is another way to create wealth, but there's a problem with the stock market. If you don't have extra income to buy stocks, then you can in the stock market, right? You have extra streams of income in, and here today, market pretty across the board. If you're talking Dow Jones, NASDAQ, and S&P, gold's making a reprieve, going up. I don't know what silver is, but gold at 1936, about time. It should have been over 3,000 by now in the last 2 years. But hey, it's starting to be off the charts. We like that. The only problem with gold and silver is you would have to sell it. So again, we don't want you buying gold and silver, at least I don't, because you're going to have to sell it in order to reap the benefits of it. So a lot of people stack gold and silver, and then they keep buying. Even right now they're buying, and then it goes up. So I don't understand that point of view. But the point is, we need you to make money. That's the bottom line. There's only certain things that you can do. You have a job, then what? You got to say, okay, night. We'll make it very, very clear. Go on a journey. Because anybody can start their business, and you know what? Like, better than starting your own business is after you make money as a business, you want to have less taxes, right? So what does that mean? That means you should start a business that's in a state that, well, has less taxes. So for instance, I'm going to use the state of Florida. All right. I'm going to use the state of Florida and I'm going to go to, well, sunbiz.org. All right. Let's try sunbiz.org. That's where we're going to go. Not going to make this hard on you. Very easy. Anybody can do this. So I'm going to take you over here because you want to start a business, official business, a real business. That's what you want to do. So here it is on the screen. Makes it nice and simple for you. Anybody can do this for about $134 a year. That's it. It doesn't cost that much. All right. So check this out now. Does this look hard? Does this look like you need to pay somebody? So let's just do it this way. Why don't we just do it this way? Okay, so let's say you're trying to do a business. So you do a search to make sure that the business is available. So like, I'll do it this way. How about this? Stop Struggling Now LLC in Florida. Document activity. Now, that's simple enough to check. So you know Stop Struggling Now is already taken. So I can't use Stop Struggling Now. So now I would say, okay, let me go check out, what did I have down there? James Hamburgers or something before? James Hamburgers. I mean, that could probably, somebody might have it. Okay, look, it doesn't look like there's any James Hamburgers. So I'm starting a hamburger joint, let's say. All right. So now I know that's at least available. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Opus Virtual Office. That's right, Opus Virtual Office, because I don't want to run this out of my house. All right, we're going to do James Hamburgers, except they are paintings of hamburgers. Let's just put it that way. We don't actually have a hamburger joint. It's James Hamburgers, NFTs, let's say, whatever. It doesn't matter. James Hamburgers LLC, but I'm painting pictures, photography of burgers and different ways to make them. Let's just say it's simple. It's online. It's easy. So I go to Opus Virtual Office and I get my phone number from them. I get a address, a commercial business address from them. That address, people answer the phone and they have a receptionist. So that's where I'm going to go and get my business commercially and not at my house. All right, you guys got that? Not at your house. You can work out of your house, but you want your business address to be at a different location. Now, notice here on this start a business, this is how simple it is. Let me show you let me see if I can get the drop down menu again. See this drop down menu? Limited liability companies in the state of Florida. Guess what? You have no capital gains tax in the state of Florida. Oh, I love that. All right. Now, that's one of the benefits. So now this is how simple this is. You can start your LLC tonight. So this is it. See, file your correct Florida LLC articles of organization. How simple is this? And then you just keep going. It's not that hard. You just keep going and everything will pop up. See, file. It's a start a new filing. See, this is simple. $125. How about that? Plus, if you want a certificate of status, $5. If you want a certified copy, LLC name, as you can see, James, I'm just using this, James Hamburgers, let's say. And then I use my Opus Virtual Office address. All right. And it's the same mailing address and so on and so forth. Registered agent could be you, could be someone else. This is how simple it is, ladies and gentlemen. You have an annual report every year. So every January, you know the annual report's coming out. You got to pay like $135. I haven't looked at the report, but it's 134, 135, or maybe they dropped it to 125. I don't know. I haven't even looked at it this year. But this is it. This is how simple it is. You just fill this out and continue. Does this seem very hard? And you establish this. The next thing you do, you go down to the bank and open a bank account. You show them your articles of incorporation, which will take 24 to 48 hours. So 1 to 2 days from now, you go open up a bank account under the business name LLC. Simple. You're officially in business for $125. Well, actually, like I said, it should be like $135 in the state of Florida. Now, there's other things that people aren't privy to, right? They don't tell you that you're going to have to sign up with the state of Florida for telling them that you either have employees or you don't have employees. Every quarter, you have to report if you have employees, because otherwise you're going to owe the state of California. Guess what? You're going to owe them some money for employees, a little bit of money. All right. Or you can say, I don't have any employees, but you have to put that down. It's that simple. It's not that hard, but you must have business coming in. This is one way to establish a business. And some of you may say, hey, Eric, okay, I don't live in Florida. Great. How about then you're going to use Bluevine.com. That's an online banking scenario where you get to use that address. You get to establish your business checking account online. You don't have to go to Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, or any other credit union or whatever. You're still going to have to send them the documents and show them that you own more than 50% of the company and you're the only one authorized, or the one that's authorized to do this. So it's that simple. It's not that hard. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is one of the first things. So let me know. Okay, they're saying I'm breaking up a little bit. Let's see what I got to do here to change that. I'm breaking up. Oh, I see what it is. Okay. Well, thank you for letting me know. Oh, hold on a second. I got to do something here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to do a little adjustment right quick. All right. Let me know if that's a little better. Hopefully I'm not breaking up too much with the new mic setup, but we'll see how this continues to go on. I see the little breaking up. Let's go. Okay. So here we are, and I can't hear anything in my headphones either. You're breaking up. Check, mic check. All right. Little family, thank you so much. Victor Marrero, thank you so much for being here tonight in the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he has the icon next to his name, which means he's a member of the channel. And because of Victor Marrero telling me I was breaking up, sounding weird on Friday, I didn't realize, Victor Marrero, that my mic was totally out. It was using just ambient mics. That's why it was weird. Hopefully I sound a lot better today because I actually have a real mic on, but apparently I'm breaking up. So that is of concern. So we will see how it goes because I cannot hear it. And now I'm a little confused, but thank you so much. And he brings his tagline. Hi, all. Let's do this. This is one or two taglines, and that's what we're talking about tonight. So once again, you should start a business. You're good at something. So figure out what you can do. And seeing how Victor Marrero showed up, I'm just going to start picking on him right away. Victor Marrero is about to be retired, and he has the ability to go all over the planet. So naturally, what he's going to do is he said, I'm going to get a drone. I'm going to have some, I don't know whether it's YouTube channels or other social media platforms. And he's going to go around as he's traveling around the world. And that's going to be part of his, more than likely, extra streams of revenue are going to be coming in. So he's already doing something that he loves. And then he'll have some people following him, people liking what he has to say. And the next thing you know, he'll be getting checks coming in the mail. And he's already doing something anyhow. He's not doing it for the extra money in reality, but it turns into that, especially when you have quite a lot of followers. And when it comes to traveling all over the world, most people don't travel all over the world. Most people don't even travel outside of their state in the United States. So this is why any travel channel has lots of views, because people haven't been outside of not only their state, they haven't even been outside of the United States. So when people say I went to simple places like Mexico or Bahamas or Europe or Africa or Brazil, people are like, oh, let's see what that looks like. I haven't been there and I'm not going there. But that is an awesome thing that he's going to be doing. All right. So Victor Morrell, let me know how the mic sounds tonight, please. All right. Jawway J is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And he says, hello, SSN Nation. Hope everyone is doing well. Yes, everyone is doing well who's in the house tonight, because we always talk about Money Making Monday, ways to create wealth. We're talking about number one right now, starting your own business. There's just no way around it. And let me tell you something else about starting your own business. When you run your own business, you also know what the profits and losses are. You also know you can raise prices at any time. So if all of a sudden the item that I'm buying costs me an extra 10%, that means in order for me to keep my profit the same, I can raise prices an extra 10%. So you get to always stay ahead of inflation. That's beautiful. That's why you should start a business. This is also why this is going to be movement to number two. This is also why you should be in the real estate business. Now, don't be confused. Being in the real estate business does not mean that you're going to be buying a home that you're going to live in. A home that you're going to live in is a liability. Why? Is because when you're sitting on the couch, and if you sit on the couch for 30, 45, 60 days, and you don't have any income streams coming in, guess what? That means you have to get off the couch and work, right? So anytime that whatever you buy does not give you a return on your investment, that means it's a liability. Don't be out here being fooled. All right. But yet everybody wants to buy a house, and then they turn around and say, hey, wait a minute. I didn't know about this insurance bill. I didn't know my real estate taxes was going to be this much. What do you mean the water, sewer, and garbage bill is this much? What do you mean the utilities are this much? All of a sudden, you're finding out there's all kind of liabilities that you're going to be paying for. So that's not what we're talking about here. Look who else is in the house now. Laverne Penix is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he has the icon next to his name as well. Thank you so much for being here, Laverne Penix. And he brings his tagline tonight. Hello, SSN Nation. I hope everyone is doing well. Another good day in the market. I received the notification and saw the trailer. At least he's the first one that has said so tonight, which is a good thing. Thank you for letting me know. And Laverne Penix is known around here, ladies and gentlemen, as Mr. Cool. He's in the house. And Mr. Cool, right on time, because Victor Morrell was the perfect example for doing your own business. And now we have Laverne Penix and Victor Morrell back to back, because they're doing their own businesses in real estate as well. And what do I mean by that, ladies and gentlemen? What I mean is they have property that they rent out. That means they have profits coming in the door. Those profits could now potentially pay for where they live. That liability home that you live in, it could be paid for from an asset. That's why this is number two and most important. So you have your business rolling. You have extra streams because you bought a property that you rent out or use on Airbnb, however you want to do it. But that profit that's coming in can pay for where you live like an asset is supposed to. That's number two, real estate. So we're going to get into that right now as well. Mike is perfect today. Glad to hear you were able to find the issue. Victor Morrell, the issue was this. The issue is I was using just like I used the cheap phone, the Note 4, up until what, 2020. So for 2.5 years, I used the Note 4 on YouTube for recording and everything. It even had a little blur on the eye of the camera. I still rolled with that. The audio, obviously, it's old. It was a 2010 phone or 2013, whatever phone. It was hella old. But I just wanted to prove to everybody that doesn't stop you. Just because you may not have the right equipment does not stop you. And the microphones I've been using, again, cheapy microphones. One microphone that I use for, let me see, 3.5 years, $3.99. Again, I never told anybody that, but now I'm letting you guys know I'm not doing all the high production stuff that everybody does. I was using $3.99 microphone for 3.5 years. Then I changed to a $24 microphone when that $3.99 microphone went out for only about 1 year, a year and a half maybe. So now we had to do what the big boys do. I said, okay, let's do the right thing. Let me show you guys. Here we go. Look, mic check, right? We got the big boy, the official one now. All right. So now we have to upgrade a little bit. So I upgraded. So hopefully this mic should be the issue. Everything should be a go. Shouldn't have any more issues. Upgraded the laptop, did a few things. So there's going to be some little changes. Mic is perfect. Thank you so much. Now, let's go. Georges Charles says, real estate, my favorite subject. Yes, your favorite subject because you're trying to be wealthy. Here's another man, Georges Charles. He also is in the real estate field. He recently purchased 3 properties in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. If you're new here, it's still not too late. No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. Because why? All you have to do is put down generally 10%, 20% down over 2 or 3 years. You make payments, monthly payments. And then when they finish building it, guess what? You're going, hey, Eric, I thought you told me those were a liability. Contraire. He has villas and condos, for instance. He plans on renting them out on Airbnb and other platforms, VRBO, Evolve, Vacasa, you name it, or might have a management company just do the whole thing. But he's not going to live there. He's using those to bring streams of income into the household and pay for where he lives. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. No credit check, no qualifying, and you get yourself an Airbnb, VRBO, rental type property on an island at a cheap price. Does 100,000 sound cheap? 150,000 sound cheap enough for you? And by the way, some people have even bought condos like Laverne Penix, Mr. and Mrs. Cool, for less than 80 grand. Everybody's properties are worth 20, 30, 40, 50% more, and they haven't even finished. They have instant equity that they'll be able to tap and create more wealth because they'll buy another asset that pays them and pay off that extra loan that they got on top to get that other asset. Now they're rolling. So you understand, this is how the big boys create wealth. But you have to be the CEO of your life. Get this gear at StopStrugglingNow.com. And also, you just can't wish it. You have to do it. You have to have a plan. You have to succeed with the plan. You have to sit there and say, okay, no more playing around because I don't work for somebody else. I work for myself. When you work for yourself, it's a whole different ball game. Now, there's nothing wrong with working for someone else because that's the status quo. Generally, most people work for someone else. That's just the way the world is. And that's why there's a top 10% who controls most of the wealth in the world because they're the ones doing exactly what I'm talking about. And that's why there's a big gap between the haves and the have-nots. And that's why the top 10% own 89% of the stock market. The top 10% also own more than 60% of the wealth in America. The top 1% of the wealthiest in America own, get this, more than 200 million people combined on the wealth scale. 1 freaking percent. And don't even get into 0.1% of those. It starts getting really, because then you go, wait a minute, how does 0.1% own just as much as 50%? Exactly, because they are business owners, they're real estate owners, they're people that have items, companies on the stock market, which that's a whole nother animal. If you can start a business and turn it into an IPO where it's on the stock market, now you have extra free money coming in from thin air, paper. So again, this is why you want to start with those two things off the bat. All right, let's go. George's Charles, since as soon as we start talking about real estate, he's feeling all good because, again, he's got a record 8.5 million tourists in DR. That's incredible. He's right. That is a record when they combine the cruise and the airlines. But the record that we need to concern ourselves with, they didn't break the record for actual airlines. They fell short. 7.2 million tourists came through on the airlines. 1.3 tourists came through the cruise lines. But as we know, with the cruise lines, they have to get back on board generally same day. So they're not staying at my Airbnb. Let's just call it what it is. So therefore, here's what we're talking about. We know 7.2 is going to be over 8 million next year. At least I do. It's going to be over 8 million. That translates into almost about 100,000 tourists coming through. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to set this up. Punta Cana, 52% of all tourists that go to the Dominican Republic go through the Punta Cana airport. So hopefully now you understand. So when I say 8 million, 8.5 million coming through the airports next year, so that means they're going to break the record even more next year because they're going to have 8.5 just coming through on the planes. So never mind about the tourists on the cruises. They're opening up another cruise port as well. So clearly they're going to be upwards, I would think, 8.5 to 9.5 total, at least, probably approaching almost 10 mil this next year when they're combined, as long as there's no pandemic. But the point I'm trying to make here, ladies and gentlemen, 52% of people go through Punta Cana Airport in Dominican Republic. That's 100,000 guests potentially every week. Every freaking week coming through this year on average. Not all are single travelers. So you have to break it down 50%, 40% of those. So 40,000 room nights are going to be needed. You don't think you'll be able to rent your $125,000, $150,000 unit for $75 to $100 per night? Do you realize you're going to be making like 20% on your money? And you know who that's going to be. Laverne Penix. Like I said, Mr. Cool, who's here, bought his condo for under $80,000. That thing's probably worth, like I say, I'm just going to guess 100, 110, 120, but we don't care what it's worth. What we care about is it's inside Vista Cana, one of the top places there. Potentially, he could be renting this thing for $100 per night. It doesn't even matter. Let's just say he did $75 per night. All right. Even if he does that and he's able to do a week, and let's just say $500 is what it is per week. And let's just say he's able to do 50% occupancy. That would be phenomenal. $12,000. Do you guys not understand? $12,000 for something you buy for 80 means he's got roughly 15% return on his money with an upside. What do I mean by the upside? Just like in business, I get to raise my rent over time as more people want to stay there, or if the place turns out to be, and it's going to be off the charts, everybody wants to stay here. So now all of a sudden I get to charge $100 per night 2 years from now. Now all of a sudden, wait, does that mean I'm now making damn near 20% return on my money? Yes, that's what's going to happen. Everybody who invests in Punta Cana area or Dominican Republic generally, but make sure you're in a high demand location. Everybody who invests now, even 2023, you still will be able to buy at 130, 140, 58, $60,000 condos in these high demand areas. And once they build this stuff out, you're going to be looking around going, oh my God, George's Charles. Yes, correct. Rental income, all of them. Exactly. His properties. He has a 250, well, I'll say 265,000, somewhere in there, villa. 4 bedrooms, 5.5 bath. Oh, he's talking about it here. 4 bedrooms, 5.5 bath villa. He's excited right now because all the new villas that's coming in that are 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, they are charging people $300,000, $320,000, $350,000, and they don't even have a man-made lake. They don't have a restaurant clubhouse. They don't have basketball courts and soccer field in their complex, but he does, and he paid less. This is exactly what's going to happen over the next 2 years. You still haven't been left behind, ladies and gentlemen. There's still deals to be made. So this is why, number 1, business. Number 2, real estate. You can't go wrong with real estate. Kim Cham, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And says, uh-oh, I'm super late. Everybody start over. Just kidding. Oh no, Kim Cham, you're not super late. We just now get started. Remember, there's something weird happening tonight. I don't have a clock over here on the left-hand side. So I don't know how long I've been on. I just noticed that. They changed up on me in here. Never mind. We're still going to happen, but you're not too late. It's just the beginning. Only been here like 30 minutes. We just started. You didn't miss anything. I went to sunbiz.org to show everybody for about $125 to $135. You can start your own business LLC. And in Florida, there's no taxes on the LLCs. How about that? How about that? Okay, that's one of the few places. So just kidding. No need to kid about that. You're up to speed. You'll be up to speed. Second thing, we're talking about real estate investing because we got to have 5 ways. You want money makers that create wealth? These are the money makers that create wealth. Same things we've been talking about for a while. Victor Morel says another dividend stock. And here, actually right on cue, is number 3 ways. The stock market itself, let's just call it what it is. You need extra income. So where do you get the extra income from? You start your business, you work at a job, you have personal income coming in from working at a job, or you have real estate revenues, passive income coming in. And so therefore that extra money you have, discretionary income, the duffel bag of cash, you're actually, you know what, buying dividend stocks. And he goes DIVO, D-I-V-O, with 31 blue chip companies with a 4.77 yield and almost 11% historical returns. Victor Morel has been studying. Now, building that div portfolio very aggressively now with retirement coming up. Yes, you want to go with blue chip stocks. Like he says, he's thinking retirement. See, everybody has to do what they need to do, but it's different. If you're going to retire, you don't want to take high risk. You want to take blue chip stocks. That's going to give you 4.7, 11. He's saying 11% historical returns. I like 11%. You guys know I like double digits. I got problems when somebody tells me, okay, Eric, 2% is great, 3% is great. I'm just like, okay, I don't know what you're talking about because you can get 9%, 10%, 11%, 12% all day, every day. JEPI, J-E-P-I is JP Morgan. Theirs is 11%, 11 to 12%. We're talking Carl Icahn. His is over 12%, 14, 15% return. IEP. So when we start talking about Eric, get 3 or 4%, I'm like, hold on a second. But here, this is different. It's getting 4.7% now, but the historical returns are 11%. So Victor Morel's giving you the homework. I like historical returns of around 11. And also the reason why it's historical returns is no matter what the price is, you're always adding, buying more. And he's saying it, aggressively buying now, adding it to his portfolio. This is it exactly. So number 3 is dividend funds. So you guys are getting it. You want to be right where the billionaires and millionaires are. If they're buying stocks, you should be buying stocks. If they're buying real estate, you should be buying real estate. If they are buying businesses, fourth way, you should be buying businesses. And you're like, wait, I can buy a business? You know what? Here's something that's very, very interesting. Curtis Davis is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he has the icon next to his name. And he brings his tagline, good evening, SSN family, ABMM, and shows the bag of money. In case you're new here, this is Mr. Financial. And the ABMM means always be making money. That's what we're striving for around here. Always have those streams of revenue coming in, because you never know when one of those streams might be cut off, like a pandemic occurs. And all of a sudden, oh my God, my restaurant shut down. My business is catered for people visiting, tourism, and all of a sudden there's no tourism. You're out of business if that's all you have going on. So therefore, you need to give some extra streams of income. And so I'll just give a story, because first I got to let you know, if you want to find out about the stock market and other financial news and information, you got to go check out Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, AKA Chili Davis, with 2 L's, Chilly, Chili Davis. Go check him out, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Subscribe to his channel. Show him some love. He's dropped videos. He even dropped one recently, like right now. All right. It just came out, just popped up. Earnings seasons, Microsoft, Tesla, and ChargePoint. See, he's letting you know, pay attention, because finding out if the company is going to be profitable or what their direction is can help you actually buy or sell, or figure out, I'll wait till later. So go check them out. Auntie Val is in the house. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And she has the icon next to her name as well. And by the way, she's known as Professor Auntie Val around here. And remember, number 1, when I said you need to start a business, well, Professor Auntie Val, she does business, and we're waiting patiently on her coffee business that she is starting, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what freedom papers look like. This is why one of the 5 ways to actually get your financial freedom papers is starting a business. Well, she's starting a business, a coffee business. We're anxiously waiting for that. One of her many different streams of revenue coming in as well. And she brings a tagline. Good evening, fam. With the heart, with the strength and the support, got the notification. And oh yeah, who day? Yeah, the Bengals pulled it off again. Now it's going to be very interesting next week. Here we go. Can these guys make it back to the Super Bowl? And of course, since she put in who day, you know she's a fan of the Bengals. She was out there last year. They were at the Super Bowl. She wasn't at the Super Bowl last year. I think it was in LA. We were trying to get her there last minute. But nonetheless, can they make it back? And does anybody know where the Super Bowl is this year? I've been not even checking it out. And I used to be at these locations, as you guys know. So this is very, very interesting. All right, here we are. Victor Marrero says the first Planet Hollywood hotel coming to the DR North Side, Puerto Plata. New hotels and resorts continue to establish operations at DR. More visibility for us. Exactly, Victor Marrero. Everywhere on the island, people are going to be winners. It's already established Puerto Plata, Sosua area, Cabarete. It's already established that that's the other area that people go to. That's more like the touristy area as far as I'm concerned. Now people are like, okay, I'm going to Santo Domingo, the big island by the water. I mean, the big city by the water. I'm like, I can't blame you. Other people are saying, you know what? I'm going to go hang out by La Romana where the superstars go play, or Cap Cana, where Hollywood types, record moguls, they hang out there. Who's who? hang out in these locations. So I'm going to go hang out in those spots. There's something for everybody. And that's what makes this all unique. It's almost like in America, right? You go to LA for Hollywood, Orlando for Disney, New York for a whole nother experience. These are the type of things people go do. San Francisco for another type, so Miami for another. But in the DR, they're setting them all up in one location. Can you believe this? They're bringing theme parks. They're bringing world-class restaurants and famous chefs. They're bringing world-class resorts, which they already have some, but now they're adding hundreds. They're bringing it all on that little island, and people from all over the world already go there. It's going to be beautiful. It's going down. Kim Cham, 2 thumbs up. That's how we're going to do it. All right. I got to take this off now, ladies and gentlemen, because I couldn't hear anything. So hopefully, well, maybe I had the volume on low, but let me know if the mic is still playing properly, because I have some things in the background that I can do. So here we are. Curtis Davis at Kim Cham. Welcome back. Okay. Oh, no. Auntie Val, Super Bowl in Arizona this year. Oh, my God. No. Oh, my goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, hold on. If it can't be the middle of February, because if it is, that means they have the Waste Management Open is February 8th through the 12th. Does that mean the Super Bowl is going to be the same weekend? Oh, no. Please don't tell me this. Please do not. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I just realized I don't have any video from the Super Bowl in Arizona. Oh, my goodness. I just realized this. I have another video that I need to make. Okay, here we go. I got to find out right now. So we're going to take we got to do a side note here. In fact, speaking of Super Bowl, I'm going to play a little. Oh my God, it's February 12th. No wonder I'm having issues with the Waste Management Open situation. I didn't realize that it was on the same weekend. 200,000 people a year go to the Waste Management Golf Open. And now you're going to have another 100 to 200,000 people hanging out around the Super Bowl event. Because remember, the Super Bowl has people. The Arizona Stadium, I think, holds like 70 to 80,000. But that's not all, because when you have all the people that do the Budweiser, does the DirecTV, does all these events, those people have thousands upon thousands there for that. And oh my gosh, that means there's going to be like 400,000 people in one weekend in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona area. This is incredible. Holy smokes. February 12th. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, here we go. I'm going to play this in an ode to Super Bowl madness. Check this out, ladies. Come on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think. I like it. Here we go. Okay. So, Super Bowl is on February 12th. Now I'm going to have to say something, because this is crazy. That's one of my favorite venues. Jesus Christ. I could have actually made a reservation today for the 11th through the 12th. No, 10th. What was it? 11th through the 13th. And I didn't pull the trigger because it checks out on Monday and nobody needs it. I should have actually reserved it if I'd have known that. Okay. I'm going to explain something to you. After we did number one, business. Number two, real estate. Number 3, dividend investment. Number 4. All right. Here's the thing, though, before we continue. In order to have fun at some of these high priced locations, you and being able to just go hang out, because if you can hang out during Super Bowl week on like a Thursday, Wednesday, okay, let's just start with the hobnobs, okay? Wednesday night you go with Ditka and Jaws cigar party. Then you go Wednesday night afterwards, Ditka, Jaws, All Stars, which now means they're going to have, let's say, past Super Bowl champions, Hall of Famers, and they're just chilling, hanging out, right? That's always one of my favorite places and events. Then on Thursday night, there's going to be generally something like a Budweiser or DirecTV or some other venues that are going to have a musical event, as well as on Friday, as well as on Saturday. Except on Saturday, they're going to have some pre-tailgate party on Saturday. And then on Sunday, it's another, and my favorite one is DirecTV tailgate party that's going to be right next to the stadium. And Saturday night, DirecTV, or who knows who, is going to have their stadium right next to the Glendale, I don't even know what they call that place, arena, whatever. That's where they're going to have a big event, musical event. It's one of my favorite ones because they do downtown Phoenix is open and you can walk for the blocks. And in certain blocks, it's all Super Bowl related for blocks. I love the venue when it's held in Phoenix, Arizona. It's off the charts. So if anybody's going, congratulations. You should always go. In Phoenix, you go. In Miami, you go. All right. Those are the spots. And if they ever had it in San Diego again, which there's no San Diego Chargers anymore, they're not going to hold it. If they ever held it in San Diego again, you go. If they hold it in LA, you go. All right. Like last year was in LA. So that means it won't be in LA for another 6-7 years, probably. All right. That's just my little tidbits. Now I know what's going on. Thank you for this, Auntie Val, for letting us know it's February 12th. My goodness, Victor Marrero. He's talking about Casa de Campo and La Romana, exactly, is where the mega stars go. Mark Anthony, Ben Affleck, J-Lo, Vin Diesel, many others. That's right. You know, empty lots there could cost you $500K, and you better build a house at par with that. Exactly. You have no choice. They got HOAs. And also, Jay-Z, Beyonce lives over there as well. Kardashians have a spot over there as well. It's a who's who over there. And by the way, you know what's pretty funny? Bayi Beach and Resort Club is near Casa de Campo. This is not, and near, what I mean is only a few kilometers away. So they're in the neighborhood. So that's what makes that very special. And the prices are still under $200,000 for their condos on the beach. Well, you might not have a condo on the beach, but the resort itself, the Bayi Beach Resort and Spa, is on the beach. So you're walking out, you go to the beach. Simple. And the beach there, small, nice. Well, was small and nice, but they're building projects there. So more people are going to be there now. But thank you so much, Victor Marrero, for mentioning it. Greatly appreciated. All right. So I lost my train of thought because of the Super Bowl situation in one of my favorite areas, and I didn't even know it. I always, I tell people always, there's certain Super Bowl locations that is a must go to. And I'll even include the ATL in it as well, because the way they have ATL designed where things are short and small, like I say, Buckhead's not that big, but then they have like Turner Field. They have, well, it's not Turner. I don't mean Turner Field. Well, they still have that, but they don't usually do anything. But everything's held up in Buckhead, and Buckhead's like a short party zone area. So you know you're going to be at a certain location over here. You can drive 10 minutes and be in another location. So it's always a good time when the Super Bowl is in the ATL. And in fact, it's always a good time when they have any big events in the ATL, because the way it's designed and the way they block off streets and the way they line everything up, it makes it kind of fun. And it's awesome as well. NBA All-Star. If it's ever in the ATL, you should go do it then. It's awesome. There's only certain cities that know how to do the things right, especially if you're into hanging out, having fun, and just living life. It's pretty cool. And it's every day, starting on Wednesday. Like I say, Wednesday, chill. Thursday, chill, but have fun. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's crazy. All right. Now, I lost my train of thought because we're doing the financial freedom papers tonight. You want yours? Well, you got to be the CEO of your life. You got to be a little shark here, ladies and gentlemen. You got to go for starting your business. You have to go with a little real estate. All right. You have to go with investing in the stock market with dividend investing. We've talked about this several times. You're not going to be able to escape. Can't escape. All right. So we started getting into the real estate a little bit more than I wanted to, but I'm going to show you guys something, because this right here is, well, the number one project on Eric Bird's radar in 2023. There's two number ones, but this is sharing the number one title. And I'm going to play a little bit of it and show you right here. And somebody here actually hasn't, two people in the SSN Nation has invested in Cruise on Land. Check this place out, ladies and gentlemen. And can you believe you can get a studio unit here for around $68,000? Can you believe you can get a 2-bedroom unit for about $110,000 unfurnished? Can you believe you can get a 3-bedroom unit for about $160,000, $170,000? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, check this out now. This is in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, Cruise on Land that has over 100 amenities. And wait till you see what some of this looks like. And your guest, they get to use all of it. There is no wristbands. There is no extra charge. They get to use all of it, just like if they're an owner. It's beautiful. Check this out. There you go. Let me know what you guys think about this. I think it's awesome. It is awesome. All the amenities of a water park. Come on site. They're going to charge people who just show up to hang at the water park, but guests can go to the water park. Owners go to the water park. How sweet is that? Casino, amphitheater, which means there's going to be concerts there. And there's so much more. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, here we go. Tesla and ChargePoint shares rallied today. I will say this. Laverne Penix, I don't know if you bought at the 105 number, but that was about as low as it can go. 106, 107. I'm going to go check out. Let's see how low it, let's see, Tesla stock. Where's it at now? 43. Holy smokes. Again, you couldn't, after it got under 120, you had to get a few shares. So again, I got a few shares. They weren't at 120. They weren't at 106. They were around 117. All right. So that's where the game starts. And I love this right here. This is beautiful. 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 20%. This is why you buy low and sell high. Thank you so much for this. This is beautiful. Charts, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Curtis Davis, for mentioning this. Charge point. Yes, Tesla bounced back. There we go. Everybody's putting their money in right now. They're like, hold on a second. This thing is going to take off. I don't know. But still, 20% return. This is almost meeting the Gino Shimmy Inte threshold. If this goes up to about 150, that'd be 25 to 30%. He would be selling and taking the profits off the table. I'm just saying. But this is a meteoric rise. This is very, very cool. I'm not mad. It went under the 140, 120. What more can you ask for? 110, 108. What more can you ask for, ladies and gentlemen? Not much. So hopefully you were able to take advantage if you're interested in Tesla at all. And hopefully it keeps rising. It looks like there could be a bull run on the horizon. This would mean that the Federal Reserve has done something incredible. They didn't raise interest rates high enough, and they actually were able to not melt down the stock market for their buddies. They melted it down enough where now their buddies can get this 20% gains, 25% gains on L's. The stock has lost like 100. This is ridiculous. 70% of its value. But now you could have gained 20% of it back if you would have bought at the lower numbers, 110, 108, 107, 105. I mean, you had opportunities. And we were here for it. I couldn't see it going as low as 80 like some people were predicting, 80, 85, 90. I was like, I don't know. That's a bit far-fetched. But here we are, 143 off the charts. Kim Cham at Curtis Davis, thank you. Exactly. If you'd have been watching Chili Davis channel, you would have known all about it. You would have known that during their, what was it? I thought it was a call in January, at the beginning of January, where they were saying they didn't meet the sales quota, but they still sold the most amount of EV vehicles. And people were downing them. I was like, okay, that's cool. It just helps the price go down. Tesla is Tesla, not selling any from my position. This is a long-term buy. Yes, it is. They're getting information, and it's moving up rapidly. Nice. I'm not mad. I did not suspect it would bounce this high, this fast. I will say that, because remember, I was saying, hey, there's more competition. They're not way ahead of everybody. I was like, how are they going to, well, let's say, get back to $300 a share? That's going to be a long road to go. But for everybody who bought in at this low number, you're going to win. So even if they get back to 175, 200, talk about 40, 50% return on your money straight off. That could happen this year, which is going to be very, very interesting. All right. And he said it. He's not selling his position anytime soon. What are you guys doing? All right. Let me know. Okay. Let me see here. We are now almost 1 hour into this financial freedom papers and how to get it. Money makers create wealth, and that's what you have to be. You have to be a money maker. We went over the first three. Now, here's number 4. Number 4 is a basic understanding of not actually working to make the money. You want to be like Warren Buffett, right? Charlie Munger. You want to invest your hard-earned money. Those debt notes, you want to use those to invest into a company. So now here's something that most people are not adept at as well. For investing in other businesses, right? Most people don't think, they'll think I'll start a business, but most people won't think I'm going to buy a business. Shark Tank, Dragon's Den, those should give everybody, once again, you should sit there and watch these shows and be like, hey, why are billionaires willing to buy startups? Why are billionaires willing to buy companies that are just starting out? Yes, they have profits, but they're just starting out. Why are they doing this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, they didn't have to. They already have staff in place. Somebody's running it. You have the best of both worlds. You make an investment and you get a return while you're, guess what? Sitting at home, eating bonbons on the couch, right? Buy a business that's already generating revenue. And some people may say, Eric, come on now, that doesn't exist. Okay, well, all I need in the house now, Wilson Koo, wherever he is, if he's here listening, he can tap into the house tonight. He would tell you business for sale are all over the place when you are involved or know somebody that's involved in finances, accounting. It's not always where people advertise. It's those type of people that will say, hey, this person actually came up and said they're willing to sell their business. And all they'll take is X amount of dollars. They'll give up 20% of their business, 15, 20, 25% of their business, or in some cases, even more. All right. I told you guys a story a long time ago, and I'll let everybody know now. The sharks have it made buying businesses. Exactly, Victor. Some people doubled down at 108. Exactly. 108 that was crazy when it got that low. That was almost like the buy zone. I was like, I'm going to wait and see. So it went up to 117. I was like, okay, that's the buy zone. Once it was under 140, was our target. It was already under 140. So I was like, okay, now's a good time. So we're going to go with it. The sharks haven't made. Here we go. You can buy a business with term sheet and down payment. Exactly. In case people don't understand what we're talking about, just the term sheet is simply just what you would think it is. It's basically just like most people are familiar with getting a rent, when you rent and you know what the rent's going to be, and you're sitting there, you go see the guy and he slides you over the piece of paper and they tell you, hey, you're going to have to put down first, last, deposit, pay for garbage or pay for water, pay for electricity, term sheet. And then you sign saying, yeah, I'm going to take these terms. Similar type of thing when you're buying a business, except it's based on different parameters. And it's going to be terms like, this is how much equity, this is how much stake, this is how much I'm giving away, this is how many shares you may own. It depends on their structure. And then you're saying, okay, I can live with that. Here's my money. And then this is what I'm getting back. Same with a lot of different things. So I'll give you one story that I've told before in case you're new here, you never have heard it. But at one time, I bought a fitness center in Salinas, California, of all places. Now, Salinas, California didn't have a large population of people that were into fitness, but the lady, she was like, I will give you 50%. The reason why she was willing to give 50%, she wasn't even in the fitness business. The owner never even was in the fitness business, but bought the fitness place, and it was losing money. So I call up one of my boys who also was in the fitness biz, and I call him up. I say, hey, man, we got to go down to Salinas because this lady's willing to give up 50% of her business. We're going to be 50-50 partners. And not only are we going to be 50-50 partners, we actually have not 51%, but we actually have an agreement where we're running the place as management. So we override. She can't say nothing. She's agreeing to this because she's never been in the fitness business. So I was laughing and I said, okay, man, we got to go do this. So we go down there and the place is literally in shambles. It's like she has nothing in place. She has equipment that is outdated, for starters. And outdated is relative. I mean, people can still work out. People are still coming in there working out. But In order for her to keep up getting customers, she had to upgrade. She didn't have the money to upgrade, nor did she have the connections. Well, guess what? Me and my partners, we have connections, right? So we knew people in the fitness. We know the guys that we can just call up and say, hey, we need this equipment in here, and they'll give us some terms. Just what Curtis Davis is saying. They'll say, okay, we'll bring in the equipment, but you're going to have to pay us X amount of dollars. So basically, no money out of our pocket. 90 days before we have to pay on the first, it's a note. Okay, get us. So we're hooked up in less than 2 weeks. New equipment, new paint, new colors, and we also call up the guys that do paper. She wasn't doing any paper. So everybody came in to pay, and if nobody came in, they weren't going to pay. So we're like, okay, we are not going to operate like this. We're going to have the finance company, when they sign their term sheet to come in here and do their fitness for $15 per month, $175 a year. When they sign that sheet and we do that like 100 times, 200 times, we're going to the finance guys and they're saying, okay, here's a check. So now we have money every month coming in. And we also have the crew going out to set up promotions in the parks, doing all this crazy stuff for no cost, additional cost. And now people are coming in the door going, man, this place is new. Was this here a lot? When did you start? Glad this fitness place just showed up. So don't be fooled out here thinking that you can't do business. You can do business anywhere as long as you're looking. All right. So that's the first story I'll give you. I'll give you a second story. Up in Reno, Nevada, another lady, her husband passed away. She's trying to run it for 5 years. It was a freaking, I can't remember what it was. I think it was a Burger King. I can't even remember the name of all these damn businesses that I'm involved in. But anyhow, it was a fast food. I think it was Burger King variety. This is a long time ago. And she has this similar problem. Never ran fast food. Her husband always ran the fast food. Go check it out. And you got people literally stealing the food. The workers are stealing the food. So I'm telling her, I'm like, well, how come you're having these people work here knowing? And she's like, well, we still make some profits, but I'm getting tired of all this. So I was like, well, then why don't you have a general manager? She's like, well, we can't afford a general manager. I was like, well, then you got to be boss. She's like, but I'm not a boss. I don't feel that like I'm the boss. I tell them what to do. They talk back, do this, whatever. I said, okay, I'm going to come up here. And I said, here's what I'm going to do. You're going to have to pay me a fee. I don't want to buy it. And she's like, what? Why don't you buy it? I'm like, I don't want to buy it because I don't want to be in this business. But you're going to have to give me some points, some fees, some money. And it's going to have to do, you're going to send me some money for a year. And I said, but here's the caveat to this whole thing. I'm the boss. And she's like, what? I said, I'm the boss. So I had to roll up in this spot. And now she's going, I have no title, but she's like, he's the boss. He's general manager. He's the boss. He's running the place. I had to fire like 10 people within a week. Literally. Bad attitudes. People were like not wanting to be there. And I'm actually working because now we're short on a little staff. I'm working. She's like, this is unbelievable. She's like, I always spend like 16 hours a day here, 12 hours a day. I was like, go home. I was like, just go home. Give me about another 2 weeks. We'll be on point. She's like, 2 weeks later comes. She's like, I call her up. I said, all right, just remember my money. She's like, what do you mean? I said, I'm leaving. She's like, you only been here a month. I said, exactly. And make sure our contract is upheld and we won't have any problems. So another business, because it's not run right, another opportunity came up, but I didn't really want to be in the fast food business. So again, these are the type of things you can look for. And I'm going to show you guys something because if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to do this right here. I'm going to do this. Let's say, I can't go there yet. I'm going to do this. I'm going to play a little commercial. Let's go. I'm going to play this. And in fact, I'm just going to play something you guys should be paying attention to, because this is actually number 5 on the list. So check this out. This isn't number 5 on the list actually, but it's going to be based on this right here. All right.
If there was a way you could have partnered with Elon Musk before Tesla, before the Model S, before SpaceX, and before Elon became the world's richest man, would you at least have wanted to know how? If there was a way you could have partnered with Jeff Bezos when he was planning Amazon.com and it could have made you a fortune, would you at least have wanted to know about it? Well, what if there was a fintech company today that is about to capture major market share worldwide, where millions of people will be using its breakthrough technology and you could make an absolute fortune? Would you at least want to know about it? At the same time that we are experiencing record inflation, gas prices through the roof and headed towards a recession, the move towards crypto adoption worldwide is picking up pace, and the evidence is all around us. Big names and big money players are jumping in the game like crazy. The Staples Center, where the LA Lakers play, is now the Crypto.com Center. The Super Bowl, the most expensive commercial time on television, featured 6 cryptocurrency ads. Tom Brady, Matt Damon, LeBron James, and Larry David all made appearances in them. Facebook changed its name from Facebook to Meta. The rapper Eminem bought a Bored Ape, an NFT, for $450,000. Warren Buffett invested over $1 billion in a Brazilian crypto bank. Coinbase bought Bitcoin Turkey for $3.2 billion. You know what they say, success leaves clues. Whenever there is economic change in the marketplace, there are economic winners and there are economic losers. It just depends on what side of the equation you end up on. They also say that timing is everything. How would you like to get in on the next big thing? Are you ready for a miracle? How would you like to own a piece of Miracle Cash and More? The first to market brick and mortar crypto stores, crypto on the street, with stores in every major city all over the world. Unlike the faceless online competitors that have no phone number to call, no physical address, and no one to talk to. Miracle Cash and More stores are fully regulated, licensed, and our wallets are insured by Fireblocks. At Miracle Cash and More, we own our own cryptocurrency exchange. We own our own stablecoin. We own our own ATMs. We own our own merchant terminals. And guess what? We get paid on every single transaction. The secret, if you want to call it a secret, is to get involved before the whole world knows about it. Position yourself in front of the masses before the masses react. Here's the current offering. There are only 1,488 shares of the Master Franchise Agreement for all of the United Kingdom. Each share is projected to profit over $100,000 in year 1, $200,000 in year 2, $400,000 in year 3, and $900,000 in year 4. We have an exit strategy that projects a payout of over $10 million per share. And what does that cost to you? A one and done payment of just $5,000. And of course, you can buy as many shares as are still available. Now the question is, do you at least want to know how? I sincerely hope so, because the best is yet to come.
Well, that is actually a business opportunity that exists right now. It's called Miracle Cash and More. If you want to find out about it, there's a link down below called Miracle Cash and More, but that'll take you to the Cashflow NFT website to buy the NFT. But down below that, you'll see a video that can take you to a video that you can check out further information about it. And also down below that, we have a group economic plan where if you want to get into the $5,000 cash flow NFT as a group, you can put in a minimum of $250. And that percentage that you put in is the percentage you receive when they start issuing commission checks in March. All right. So you can check out more of that by searching the channel. But the reason I brought this up is because this is actually number 5. You should think about piggybacking another business. So in this case, like the Miracle Cash and More, you can make an investment in Cashflow NFT, which is backed by Miracle Cash and More, and they give you commission for your investment. Similar to when we do dividend stocks, except this time we want to put our money into something, a business related. Same kind of thing, except it's an actual business that you're going to walk into, check out, and piggyback. So when you want to sell things on Amazon, eBay, Craigslist, any other platform, Facebook Marketplace, you're able to piggyback the existing business operations and receive some monetary reward. And you don't have to work. That's the beauty of it. You want your financial freedom papers, then this is how you do it, right? So remember when I was just talking about another phase of creating wealth, about buying a business, and some people may be going, okay, Eric, this is crazy. You know what I just did? I'm pulling up Craigslist of all places. And I put business for sale in, well, Orlando, Florida of all places, right? So I don't see anything in here. Business equipment I see, but I don't really see anybody selling their businesses until the number one thing that most people should not invest in is a business of restaurant business. Now, I see here that it looks like it's jam-packed. So just for giggles and grins, I want to go see what this jam-packed restaurant is doing and why this guy wants $125,000. And if it's jam-packed like this, is this for lunch? Is this for dinner? Is this all the time? This is a turnkey location in the popular Soto district, downtown Orlando. This is for the location and assets only, not the business or concept. Interesting. This lease is 5 years on the property, and you have option for renewal after. We have outgrown this location to build out. The build out is 6 months old. Equipment and everything in new condition. Okay. This is for the location and assets only, not the business or concept. Well, this is very, very interesting. I don't like several things here. I'm like, okay, so this is for the location, but not for the business. This isn't making much sense to me. Let me know what you guys think. And he's asking for $125,000. So what am I getting? This makes 0 sense. Because if you're moving, I could have that location anyhow. This lease is 5 years on the property, and you have option for renewal. Okay, so he's trying to get out of his 5-year lease is basically what this is. So he's not really selling the business. That's not the way I interpret that little short description. Did not leave phone numbers, did not leave. This is not conducive to making something happen. Liquor license, Osceola County. Okay, liquor license are always good. Why does he have 0 down? I don't know. This is crazy. Liquor license for sale with very little down to an experienced operator. Okay, well, again, restaurant business, not one of my favorite things because we always have to have customers coming in. And sure, if you're good enough, we always have customers. But here we go. Coin laundry. I like coin laundry, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this goes along with part of the businesses, but here we are. This guy, fantastic business opportunity, profitable dry cleaning and laundry for sale in desirable location, College Park area of Central Florida. This successful establishment is servicing customers for 30 years. 1,600 square foot storefront is location is next to 24 hours 7-Eleven convenience store on Edgewater Drive. Price to sell at $195K. Again, this is set it and forget it. Yes, it looks like there's dry cleaning in the back too. That's awesome. And now we have a 2-for-1. I like this. So the question is, we got to make a phone call. We would have to find out $195K or best offer. You guys know, if you've been members here, you've checked out the channel, you already know that you cannot buy a business based on how much they're asking. So the first thing is, I need to see your tax returns, just like if I'm buying real estate from somebody, if it's investments, I want to see how much you're saying you're paying for taxes, how much you're saying the profit is. I don't want you to tell me you want the $195K and the thing is bringing me $5,000 per year profit. All right, that ain't going to cut it. You're going to have to show me more than that in order for this thing to be worth $195,000, right? So we need that, and we need a little more. I want your accountant to stamp on something too that says this is actually approved. So now hiring, of course, very, very interesting, on site. So it looks like somebody has to do this manually. This thing right here is very interesting, I gotta say. But this is just an example. I mean, on Craigslist, they're selling businesses. So all I wanted to illustrate is getting to a business that you don't have to be there and you can utilize it. Here goes something that's perfect. Look at this here. Snowy brand shaved ice flavor station and all supplies, $600. Now, somebody starts a party business or catering of some sort business. Now, again, it's business related, but that's not the point. The point is, once you have it where you can set up these at a location, that's just money rolling in. So again, set it and forget it. Start a business. That's what you want to do. Start a business, but the business that you're involved in, you don't have to go looking for customers. This right here, once you get it out there, potentially people would say, okay, this is cool. I like it. Just like those jumpers, right? Those what do you call them things? Jumping stations, right? I was lucky enough to get a few of those at a company that went out of business in Fort Lauderdale area years ago. And the guy had an auction. I was able to get those blow-ups for literally like 5 of them, even one with water involved, was all 5 of them was less than $200. These things are thousands of dollars. And I didn't do the business wise, but all I did was sell them for $500 to $1,000. It's very, very interesting. There's all kind of different ways that you can make money, and you always want to be into something where you can actually do it one time and then have people coming back to you. And so that's what we're looking for, right? So there's lots of people selling these pet vet cruisers, these mobile businesses. But again, who has to run those mobile businesses? We want to actually do something where we can just run it online. We want to be able to get customers to call us up and say, hey, come out here, or come do this, or I'm buying from you online. That is one of the ways. This is 2023. You don't have to go looking for customers now. You can also implement your YouTubes, your TikToks, your Instagrams. You can do all of that. And yes, it's going to take a little bit of work. But again, we're talking about creating wealth here. You build up clientele and customer base. Now, it might take you 3, 4, 5 years. But at the end of that time, you have customers, you have people, and now you have a customer base. And now you have people who are telling other people, go use this person. And now you can all of a sudden step back even more as time goes on. All right. So I can't find any really good businesses in Orlando, but I just want to show you you can actually find businesses even on Craigslist. Never mind the business to business places that you can go. All right. Here we go. Eric, have you found someone to host the XPLR node? Laverne Penix, no. We buy credits apparently. In fact, now that you're mentioning, I've been trying to get information from the group. I've been trying to get information from IX. They're like, this information is crazy. The 1,000 that you see for the V box, that's simple enough. But the other stuff, it's not simple, and they're talking credits. No, it's kind of like bugging me, quite frankly. So you have choices where you can actually host it on your own internet, the internet box, which is scary. I'm like, what if your internet goes out? That means you're not going to be mining. So I want the credits. I'm buying the credits is all I'm doing. I'm not looking for anybody to host it unless they've changed that, which I haven't checked it out, but I'll check it out tomorrow, by the way. So thank you for mentioning that, because they kept telling me I'm looking for that $50, $40, whatever it's going to be per month, and I can't find it. And I actually hit these guys up 3 or 4 days ago going, hey, man, where's the $40 or $50? It's not in the back office. They're like, oh, well, don't worry about it. They gave everybody credit to X amount of dates. I'm like, I'm worried about it because they said it a month ago. But anyhow, no, I have not. And there's only, like I said, the V box that's out, $1,000. That's crazy. The other option was they'll give you a box, but you have to hook it to your own internet at your house. I don't like that either. I would rather have cloud-based where it's always mining. You don't have to worry about it. I'll pay for that all day, every day. That's crazy. So, no, I don't know any more than you know, and trying to get information is sketchy. Even with the top dog groups, they're not giving out the information, or they don't know the information, rather. Somebody hit me up and said, hey, what do you think? I'm one of the top dogs in a group, and I said, here's what the situation is. Never heard back from them yet. So we'll see what happens, man. I can't call this at all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are 1 hour, 30 minutes in. Please make sure you smash that like button. You've learned the 5 ways because you want to be able to piggyback on top of other businesses, right? Just like YouTube, just like TikToks. You make content, you get paid. And the thing is, the content could be running for years. You could still have checks coming. That's the situation that you want. That's how you create wealth on all fronts. So we went 5 ways, I believe. I'm not going to go for a 6, but all I'm saying is even the 5 ways, there's even more than the 5 that I mentioned, but those are the ones that keep people wealthy. And if you want to start doing some other things, let's talk about this. Look at where it really is. The billionaires. Let's stay with the billionaires. Most billionaires, they, number one, came from the financial industries. Imagine that, taking in other people's money. Imagine that, right? That makes perfectly good sense. Guess what, though? I told people this before. I actually made a video about it before. 6th or 7th on the list is real estate. So all these people that keep saying millionaires and billionaires became wealthy because of real estate, that's 6th or 7th on the list down. It's a whole bunch of other things before then. And also on the list before then is business. That's also on the list before that. All right. Just so you know. So therefore, the 5 ways that we're talking about, that is the quickest way that you can get your financial freedom papers. If somebody would have told me, well, they didn't have to tell me because I was already running businesses when I was 18, 14, 13 and all that. But ordinary citizens, if somebody would have told you when you were 10 years old, hey, this is how you start an LLC. This is how you do a C Corp. This, and by the way, we got to talk accounting for the next year here because these are all the benefits you get when you actually run a business, own a business. And next year, we're going to tell you how to start an IPO on Wall Street. Can you imagine if you were able to get that when you were 10, 11, 12, 13? Do you not think that when somebody's walking by, as all the kids are doing, and they're saying, hey, I want these shoes, or I want this jacket, or I want these clothes, and then parents could be like, okay, go earn it, right? Didn't you learn how to make a business in school? Yes. Well, then create a business. I mean, the conversation would be totally different, because then the kid would be like, I don't need to ask my parents, really. I'm going to ask them, but hell, if they don't have the money, so what? I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to go out here and do my own thing. Could you imagine starting something when you're 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and then you have a choice and you have money and you now have skills, negotiating with people, talking with people about business. You don't feel left out, because a lot of people, there's different business lingo. From 0 to 18, you're talking books and what's said in books, this, that, and the other. In the real world, they're using other language that has to do with financials. And so now people shy away from that, which is why people say, I'll go to school. I'll work for somebody else. No worries. I'm not going to run anything. It's too hard. So that is the situation. We don't want you in that situation. This is Stop Struggling Now, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to help you. Everybody here is trying to help you. In the comments section, there's help there. You've already seen some of it. They're giving out dividend information. They're giving out stock information. They're giving out information just by being here. And that's what's here in the SSN Nation for you. So please join us on Wednesday night, which is the SSN Nation SSN Nation Wealthy Wednesdays, where it's members only with the icon like Curtis Davis that can be in the chat room. This chat room you see now, and everyone can watch though, but only members with the icon can be in the chat room, and they can join me on screen too. Laverne Penix, Eric, have you found someone? Okay, I already went over that one. Yes, 5 ways to wealth. That's 5. There's 6, there's 7, there's 8, there's 9. There's several more ways that you can put yourself in the middle and be the middleman. So I'll give you a perfect example. When real estate is going great, so I guess this is real estate's going great. What are we going to do? Well, you can flip homes simply by, yes, this is very true. You could find somebody that's selling their house, and they're selling the house, let's just say $400,000, but the house is really worth $450,000. All right. You found a distressed seller. You can say, hey, I'm going to do this, or an assignment, right? I'm going to buy it, but it's based on, hey, if I can find somebody, I'll help you out. And what do you get for it? You say, no, I don't want anything for it. The other person is going to pay me. So you have 2 options. Either assign the house to someone else because they're going to give you $10,000 to $25,000, or you assign the deal to someone else because somebody else said, I'm going to buy it for $450,000. And you make the $50,000 difference. All states, you can't do this, because in some states they made it illegal. They made it where you actually had to buy the property at $400,000, then make another transaction to sell it. Now, up until they changed the rules where all of us could win relatively easily, because before what would happen is you would say, hey, I have it for $400,000. You would sell it to somebody for $50,000. They would do what we call the double closing. And all you had to do was do nothing, because the person on the other side is sending in the $450,000, and that $50,000 difference, the closing agents are cutting the check to me for $50,000, and that guy gets $400,000, the seller. Everybody's happy. So they changed it. Not all states. Some states you can still do this, but in certain states they said, no, we don't want that. We want you to buy it. Then you can sell it to the next party and make 2 separate closings. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, but that's no fun, right? So anyhow, that's the opportunity that you have when there's a great market. The market will turn around. So in about a year and a half, you'll be able to start doing these type of deals where you can assign and flip and do all kind of crazy stuff, because the property values will start rising again after they start reducing the interest rate in about T-minus 8 months. Whoa, T-minus 8 or 9 months. All right. So we'll see what happens. All right. Look who else is in the house tonight. Vanessa Comagate is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream where the money makers are. This is the seamless genius with the icon next to her name and talk about business. She is doing Airbnb in a box in a mall. I know, ladies and gentlemen, it's crazy. This woman, the seamless genius, is doing the damn thing. Can you believe this? Getting a kiosk in a mall, then having it under her business label. Under her beauty label. And people have hair, and I can't remember the other side of it, but there's two people that are paying her monthly, and it literally gives her $1,000 while they run the kiosk. In her hands, she has to do nothing. Right now, from January for the next 3 months, which was January through March, she's going to find out if it can operate during what we don't call holiday season, because if it works then it's going to work the whole rest of the year. So then she would get a second kiosk and do it again. And then it's $1,000 for that one or more. Then do it again. And she gets to sit back while these people are paying for their kiosk space, because they don't pay the full amount for the kiosk. They don't need the full kiosk. They're sharing half of it, and they're actually complimenting each other. And so therefore it's a win-win for everybody. And she gets to sit at the home, kick her feet up and be like, yeah, I'm collecting. This is what we love. And she brings in her tagline tonight. Hey, boss and SSN fam, I'm late. Happy Monday. Well, you're never late, seamless genius. You're always on time. Don't worry, we're still rolling. We're not closing up shop anytime soon. All right. Today, I received a Rock from Victor Marrero and Galaxy Construction video. Working full blast again. The pandemic and the supply delays put us behind. Victor Marrero, I'm going to tell you right now. Again, I don't know what their timeline is, but what is their timeline? Because I just got pictures from Panorama Garden, and I was just like, okay, this is not even, I don't see how they're going to be done this year. Because I'm watching what they're doing with Panorama Lake. Panorama Lake's not even open, and they already had in certain models and things like that like 4 months ago, 5 months ago. So they haven't even finished the exterior yet. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be 2024 just for them, not 2023, which makes it interesting. Panorama Lake is still not open. Nobody's been delivered. Nobody's living there yet. And here it is. We're going to be in February. This is interesting. 5 months from the time they had their buildings and everything done. But the interior is taking so much longer, and making the other stuff as well, the restaurant and the lake and all that, and the walkways. It's taken a while. It's not easy. So it's going to be very interesting. I don't know how they're going to be done in a year and a half. I don't know how they're going to do it, or a year for that matter. It's going to be very, very interesting. All right, Vanessa Comagate, the ladies are still making money in January. Beauty is it. Exactly. Just so everybody knows here, the beauty business is 1 or 2. That's the normal rankings. Even in a recession, the beauty business thrives. The health business and health and beauty, it thrives. When you combine those two together, it's 1, 2. It's crazy. It even during a recession, you guys hear me. So when she chose the beauty business, there's a reason. All right. There is a reason for that. All year long, there's beauty, because there's so many offshoots of beauty. Hair, nails, body, health-wise, it goes inside, right? Just for starters, there's so many offshoots from that, and so many different things that you can do. So that's why the beauty business is always thriving. And regardless of recession, people still are going to go out. They have to present themselves, look nice, whether it's for the job, whether they're going out clubbing, whatever they're doing, they're going to go get some things done. All right, here we go. Victor says, got an updated email. Closing on phase 2, Rana Rock Stars December 2023, and Galaxy March 2024. Can't wait. That I would be shocked. I would be shocked. I don't mean to say bad things, but if these guys are saying that they're going to be able to do Galaxy in a year, I just don't see how. Unless it looks different than I saw like 4 months ago. Because if it looks like 4 months ago, I don't know how they're going to do this in a year. That's 12 months. Like I said, Panorama Garden is already started building. They got bricks down, but I can't see how they're going to have it done. Well, people living there by 2023. I don't see how that's going to happen. So this is going to be very, very interesting. But if they do achieve these goals, that would be awesome for you, because next year, man, 9 million to 9.5 million tourists by plane coming into the Punta Cana region. Holy smokes. Well, not that many. 4 points, that would make it 4.7 to almost 5 million people will be coming into the Punta Cana airport, and there's supposed to be a second Punta Cana airport. Ladies and gentlemen, if they pull this off, an airport where you can just fly in like it's part of America. Imagine, no passport needed. Oh, it's off the charts. It's game over. It's a wrap. It'll jump up it'll be an extra 2 million people coming. It'll be a wrap. So get your properties now, ladies and gentlemen, while you can, in the Dominican Republic. It's almost as if I don't really want to say this. This will be the first time I'm going to say something like this for the Dominican Republic. This is almost like it's real estate heaven. Wherever you buy, you're going to be winning in 2 to 3 years. And what I mean by winning is you're going to be able to rent it out, and your property value will probably be double if you buy it now before the end of 2023. All right. Everybody who bought 2 years ago, you're definitely already won. It's a wrap. Everybody who bought in 2021 or 2023 years ago is a wrap. 2019, 2018, 2021, even 2022. You still have a chance in 2023. You know what? These guys sent me something in Macau. $59,000 for a condo in Macau. Macau's small, but it's on the other side of Cana Rock. It's crazy. I was just like, is this for real? And then the guys are like, it's sold out. I said, of course it's sold out. You were selling studios for $39,000. 1 bedrooms for $49,000, 2 bedrooms for $59,000, $60,000. I was just like, of course it's sold out. But it's in Macau, which is still nice. And at that price point, you can rent for $50 a night and you're still going to win. And what I mean by winning is 15 to 20% or more is what we're trying to get as a return. And at that price point, you're going to win, because even if you do 75 a night, 50 a night, you're still going to get more than 10% return on your money. And we're shooting for 20, because there's not too many dividend stocks I can get 20% for. So we're going to make it happen that way. So you guys are already here and know about it. So I want to hear from you guys. Let me know if the microphone was a little bit better today. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you heard any background noise. Let me know if you heard anything out the ordinary. I'm looking at my mic gains. It looks like it's in a different position. Let me know. I want to know if I return the mic or if I should kiss my and let me know what you're thinking. Give me some feedback, please. All right. We're not going to be on here too long tonight. We're not going to be on too long. I went live this fast. Wow, that was so inexpensive. Sheesh. Exactly, Vanessa Comagate. And by the way, she's saying, I can hear you, but a little choppy. Okay, that's what somebody else said. So that means we have a little issue then. I got to figure out how to get this choppy out of there, right? Let me I'm going to move this up a little bit. Let me know if this is any better one way or another, because we can't do choppy, but I have a feeling I know why there may be some choppy. And I'm actually going to check it out myself. So we're going to find out here, because I'm going to go, but I'm going to do mic check, mic check. If anybody has any questions, you can always ask in the comments section. This is a live stream. Or if you don't see the live stream and you see a replay, you can ask questions down below in the comments and I will get back to you, or someone else will get back to you. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go with one more, what we're going to call the commercial for SN Lifestyle. And check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go this route. Oh, wait, hold on. Which one haven't I played in a while? Let me see if there's something. We'll go with.
Come on, come on.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see if this is any better. I changed up a little bit. I slowed it up a little bit. Let me know if this is any better. I'm not supposed to be on the fast USB, so I figured I would try it this way on the slower USB. Let me know what you guys think. If it's not so choppy, that would be helpful. And I'll do some playback myself to see how this all turned out. All right, here we are. Okay, well, we're about to wrap this up. Does anybody have anything else they want to talk about? Remember, I told you guys I'm not probably going to do 3-hour videos or live streams anymore. We're going to make them shorter. We're going to make them sweeter. We're just going to get directly to the point. And of course, we always get directly to the point. Now, again, remember the 5 ways. Make sure you have that pen, pad, and paper, because that will be your shortcut to financial freedom papers. All right? That really is the shortcut. So when people are out here saying, once you figure out a business or a revenue where people want to come see you. So Seamless Genius, Vanessa Comagate, set up her kiosk. She knows people are into the beauty, health and beauty industry. She knows that she can set it up anywhere almost, but she set it up in a mall where there's traffic. So now people see her tenants and what they're selling, and people are stopping there. Apparently they're happy and they are re-upping, and she has people waiting when she opens up her next kiosk, which she's saying it went over well in January. If something goes over well in January, then the odds are it's going to go over well the whole rest of the year, because after Christmas, people don't spend as much. So if people are still buying and it's January, that means this has great potential. We're going to still do the test. We're going to find out. She's doing the testing right now. She's going to find out in February and March what's going to happen. So this is going to be very, very interesting. I have to admit that. So we're going to find out. You guys come along for the ride, all right? And we have a lot more to discuss, because we're trying to get money in your pocket. It's the no guru zone. We don't have courses. We don't have anything that you're going to have to pay me or down below for anything. We want you to use your hard-earned money to put it into something that can potentially return thousands of % back to you. All right, over time. Whether it's 3 years, whether it's 5 years, whether it's 10 years, whether it's 20 years, if you can get it, that's what we want you to do. But once you get your mind right, you're the CEO of your life. So make sure you act like one. Too many people are out here acting like employees. And then when they get laid off, all of a sudden they're scrambling around going, okay, I don't have any way to do anything. I have to work for somebody else. When all along, if you worked for someone else and you had an extra 2, 3, 4 different streams of revenue coming in, it wouldn't hurt so bad. you'd be like, oh, good, I lost my job, but at least I have this money coming in that can hold me over a little bit while I look for another job. Because that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. Layoffs are here. It's coming. All right. Well, if anybody has anything else they want to talk about, we talked about the 5 ways money makers that create wealth for you. And I gave you the bonus because I actually showed you the other cash flow NFT business opportunity that you can get involved in. And make sure you use the links down below in the description if you want to get involved. That would be awesome. And we have our own thing at SSN Lifestyle for you, as well as a group economic program. It's called the $5,000 cash flow opportunity, $250 minimum. And you can buy the cash flow NFT for $5,000 individually. But check out further information on the channel. And oh, by the way, give me some feedback on the mic. Let me know if I'm still choppy. Let me know if it's in any way. That would be greatly appreciated. But again, I'll have to check it on when I watch the replay to see how things are working out, because maybe I can't use this awesome microphone. So we'll find out. But anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, let's wrap this up. And I want to thank you so much for being here once again. Thank you so much for your support. And I love you guys. And if there's ever anything a topic that I can discuss that you're interested in, please let me know. We'll make it happen. You can send me an email at support@stopstrugglingnow.com. Make sure you go down to the very bottom and sign up with our Instagrams, our TikToks, and all the other social media platforms, Facebook, all of it. Please sign up there as well. Discord, all of it. All right. So this year, we're going to go a little bit beyond, out in the ethos, so to speak. So I'll be making some more videos, some more things, and we'll be getting into the SSN Lifestyle. And 4 months from now, April 12th through the 16th, we have our SSN Lifestyle conference and party. All right. It'll be a small gathering, but nonetheless, that's when it's going to happen. So stay tuned for some more information on that for the end of the month. And we're going to be all over the place, except I'm sorry I missed the Super Bowl this year, but I haven't missed it yet because it's still 3 weeks away. We can always fly to Arizona anytime, right? Live from Arizona, but obviously I won't be going inside the Super Bowl because that's never really my thing. I like hanging out at the parties and hobnobbing with everybody, drinking, eating, all that, watching it on big screens. But I always like being there at least Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Have fun. So let's see if I'm going to go there or not. I don't know. But you guys will know if you're here. The live stream still roll, but they'll be short or different because let's just face facts. The live streams will be rolling at 7 o'clock at night, not 9, not 8:50. All right. Well, maybe they would be. But anyhow, that's a whole nother story. Let's see. It isn't your voice. It's when you play your videos. The music is overlapping, like 2 playing at the same time at different timing. That's interesting because that's StreamYard. Oh, I know why. I know why. I had my speaker on. That's why, Victor Marrero. Thank you for reminding me. No, speaker wasn't on, actually. So that's weird. It shouldn't be overlapping because the speaker wasn't on. Now that I have my headphones. So that's weird. I don't know why it would be overlapping. But thank you for letting me know. I'm going to have to find out what's going on with that. But thank you. I appreciate that. StreamYard's playing it, so there shouldn't be a double music coming through, but I'll have to figure out how that's happening. So thank you for that feedback. I appreciate it, but hopefully I'll find out too. It's streamlined nicely now. Okay, here we go. So I had to go to the slow USB port. It's streamlined nicely now. Okay, thank you so much. And thank you, Victor Marrero, for letting me know about the videos actually overlapping somehow. That's weird. So anyhow, let's call it a night, ladies and gentlemen. An early night. But again, thank you so much for being here. Smash that like button, share the videos, and please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. What you really want to do is you want to be one of the ones, right? You want to be one of the CEOs of your life where you can sit there and go, it's 3 weeks before Super Bowl and say, hey, I think I want to go to Arizona. Let's see how much fun we can get into. Who wants to join me? In fact, I'm sure there's somebody that hangs out in Arizona as we speak. So we're going to find out. And this is going to be very interesting over the next couple of weeks. This is going to be bad. This is going to be cool. I love it. Victor Marrero, he's saying that again. Professor Auntie Val, thank you so much. We're looking forward to that coffee. We're waiting on that coffee, Professor Auntie Val, if you're actually going to make it happen. I know it takes hard work. I know it takes a long time. And I know it's like, wait, he just asked me like last week about it, 2 weeks ago about the coffee. I know it takes time to build and do what you got to do. But of course, we're anxiously awaiting so we can give some support. So let us know. I don't need any samples or nothing like that, but let us know when you think you're going to be ready for this, whether it's next week, couple months, 6 months. We'll let you get it together. But she's coming with the coffee program, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? Coffee's like another top 5 item that Americans and around the world people drink. Another business that's endless, along with the teas, anything along those lines. It's crazy, right? Same thing. It would seem like, okay, we have Folgers, right? We have some other coffee, Starbucks, big time. People are willing to spend $10 for a Starbucks coffee. That leaves the market wide open. These guys are putting up Starbucks everywhere. Meanwhile, other people can come in and do their own coffee business and $7 or $8 for coffee. I mean, this is crazy. The beans, crazy. Professor Auntie Val says have more information next week. She's marching forward. I like to hear this. And we got to show some love when it comes out, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're going to do. Okay, well, hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday night, and it'll be our Wealthy Wednesday live stream at 8:50 p.m. where members with the icon are the only ones that can be in the chat room. Everybody else, you can watch, but only those with the icon can be in the chat room, and the ones with the icon can also join me on the screen anytime that they wish to. They receive special messages under the community tab and links to get into this live stream under the community tab just for them. And they have special emojis too under the comments section, which they may or may not know about. And there's other little perks as well. So once again, thank you everybody for being here. And I appreciate your support. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.